Hi everyone, my name is Madison Lord, and in this week's Thought Piece, we will be discussing communication within teams and organizations. Specifically, I want to focus on the communication barriers that can hinder effective teamwork. So, communication is essential for collaboration, but various obstacles can prevent messages from being understood clearly. And so, today I will explain some key communication barriers and provide a real world example to pretty much illustrate their impact. So to begin, I want to again start off with an explanation of communication barriers. So pretty much communication barriers are factors that kind of distort or block or just misinterpret messages in an organization. So some of the most common ones include filtering, language barriers, cultural differences, psychological barriers, and then information overload. So filtering is pretty much this happens when a message is deliberately or unintentionally altered before reaching the final destination. For example, sometimes if a manager or a supervisor wants to deliver negative feedback when relaying, a message to somebody, they kind of try to the person that's delivering the feedback may avoid conflict, and so to do that, they may alter the message, which again can prevent important issues from being addressed properly. Next would be language barriers. So this occurs when people speak different languages, use maybe jargon or have strong accents. Misinterpretations can arise with technical terms and are used in a team that includes non-existent experts or non-experts. And then next would be the cultural differences. So pretty much different cultures have varying communication styles. In some cultures, direct communication is preferred, while others rely on indirect or high context communication, which again, this can lead to misunderstandings as well. Now let's talk about psychological barriers. So emotions such as stress, anxiety, or personal biases can also impact how a message is received or sent. If someone's feeling defensive, they may misinterpret constructive feedback as criticism. And then finally, let's talk about information overload. This is a very common thing that a lot of people make the mistake of doing sometimes. So when individuals receive too much information at once, they may struggle to process, the key details, leading to misunderstandings or a missed message, which is why it's really important to have concise this is specifically when you're emailing as well, concise information. And then this is especially common in fast-paced work environments where employees are bombarded with, emails, notifications, and just reports. So one example of communication barriers that I personally experienced was during a group project in an online course. Pretty much our team relied primarily on email and the group chat to collaborate and coordinate our work. But there was a lot of instances where one of our team members or multiple of our team members misunderstood the tone of a message, assuming that another team member was being rude or harsh, when in reality they were just being direct. This led to tension and unnecessary conflict at times within the group. And another thing would be cultural differences that impacted that as well. Because again, one member preferred detail and structured messages, while another preferred short, concise, to the point communication. And so because we didn't really initially discuss all of our communication preferences, there were a lot of communication errors, just misinterpretations that kind of slowed down our progress with the project. And so kind of just to overcome this issue, we would schedule a video call like a Zoom meeting every week or every other day to kind of clarify any concerns in real time. And again, kind of being able to see each other's facial expressions, hearing the tone, it helped even out just how the message was received and reduced that amount of miscommunication. And so pretty much, just to conclude, communication barriers are common in teams and organizations, but they can be managed through, awareness and proactive strategies. So whether it's, using clear and concise channels or setting guidelines for team discussions, overcoming these barriers is key to teamwork and just productivity. Thank you for listening.